So the film begins by showing Ramona's farmhouse where she lives with her daughter and son. Ramona was watching a video at this time, which tells us that Ramona and her husband had built this farmhouse with a lot of love and had managed every single thing about it. Ramona was sad watching this video because now her husband had died in an accident in which Ramona also lost her legs. This accident had completely broken Ramona mentally as well. So much so that she was now unable to properly look after her home and children. Because of this, the condition of her house had become quite bad. Even all the small and big work of the house was done by Taylor. Despite this, Ramona's behavior towards these people remained strict. Every day upon waking up, Ramona just says one thing: "Give me strength." Anyway, when she comes out of the room, she sees that Taylor had done most of the work, but many things in the house had run out. The lights in the house also went out. During all these things, suddenly Ramona notices that someone was sitting in their yard. It was a lady who was completely covered with some kind of black cloth. Seeing this, Ramona got scared. She asked both her children to stay inside the house, and she herself went to ask her what she was doing here. To scare this lady, she also says that my husband is coming in a little while. It is better that you leave from here. But this lady surprises Ramona by saying that your husband has died. That too, in an accident. And in the same accident, you also lost this leg. Ramona started to get scared of her now. She says to Ramona, "Ramona, today is the day you used to call me for. I have come." When Ramona did not understand her words, she showed her bloody hands. Ramona now rapidly gets scared and moves towards her car so that she can start her car to at least charge her phone and call the police here. But the car was not starting now either. Scared, Ramona comes inside the house. Then the children start asking her about the lady in the black dress. Instead of telling the children anything, she scolds them into silence. When the children's questions do not stop, Ramona's anger increases beyond a limit. She starts breaking things and also shouts at her children. After this, she stands up and locks all the windows and doors of the house. After this, when she sits down, she feels pain in the wound on her leg. She sees that a stitch was out there. Ramona notices that the woman has moved a little closer to their house. Seeing this, she thinks of bringing their dog Charlie inside the house. But when she went out, she saw that their dog was not there either. But she did not tell this to the children. But now this fear had provoked her anger even more. She scolds Taylor one more time, so much so that she even slaps her daughter because she was repeatedly writing R backward. Ramona immediately realizes her mistake. Her daughter's mistake was not as big as the punishment she gave, so she immediately hugged her daughter. And as soon as she looked in the mirror, something strange happened. There was a knife in her hand, which she quickly stabbed into her daughter. Suddenly she came back to her senses and saw that at this time there was a pillow in her lap. But she had stabbed the knife inside this pillow. When did this come to her? Who gave it to her? She doesn't remember anything. When Taylor sees his mom behind him, he gets even more worried. He had realized that his mom is not mentally stable now. So to get out of this difficulty, he will have to find a way himself. Ramona takes her daughter to the room, and he quietly slips out of the house. He wanted to go to the neighboring farmhouse by car to get help from there. But the car hadn't started before either. In a little while, Ramona also comes here looking for him and is very angry at him. She quickly brought him inside the house too. But now Taylor was also angry because he knew that their dog Charlie was not outside and Ramona was hiding something from them. Taylor now says to his mom, "You can't do anything. I will handle this myself." Saying this, he went into a room in anger where his dad's things were, and here he picked up a gun. Ramona came to fight with him. "What are you doing? Put it back." And during their argument, we saw the black lady outside. She had come closer to their house. Now Taylor goes outside with the gun in anger and points the gun at this black lady and tells her to get off my property quickly. The woman is not afraid of Taylor, but lifts her veil and says that your mom has lied to you all these years. She told Taylor a very surprising truth here and told him to go and ask his mom this. Taylor came inside burning with anger, and he asked Ramona, "How did my dad die?" Ramona was scared by his manner, and she started telling him the story of the night when she and David both went to a fancy restaurant. But Ramona was not happy here. She was not enjoying living at the farmhouse at all because there was a lot of work to do here, although David had shifted here according to her wish. The 9 to 4 job in the city and then the life at home felt boring to her. Now that everyone had come here, everyone had settled here, they were happy, but Ramona was not happy. Now she wanted to shift somewhere else from here too. But David flatly refuses, because shifting so quickly and everyone settling is not possible. They have a good argument, and after this, they leave the restaurant. Yes. It is shown that David was not driving the car that night, but Ramona was. She saw the shadow of this same black lady behind her that night, which distracted her attention, and they had an accident. Although she had lied to the children that David was driving the car that night, and the accident happened because of him, Taylor becomes very sad knowing this truth. He breaks down. Negativity also starts increasing inside him. And thus the effect of the lady sitting outside starts increasing even more in their house. And during this, it was shown that the shadow of this lady was getting bigger. To escape from the shadow of this woman, all these people go into the attic. But even in the attic, that black lady pulls Ramona's younger daughter towards her through her shadow. They try to hold her, but the girl was being pulled rapidly. Then Taylor quickly goes and covers that window through which the black lady was controlling Ramona's daughter, and after covering the window, his sister is freed. But even after this, that entity did not sit quietly. She scares them by flickering the lights of their house and knocking things down. And then she overpowers Ramona. She possesses her. While overpowering her, a scene is shown as if Ramona and this entity have merged together. That entity now hugs Ramona's daughter, and she also disappears. Taylor kept watching with his eyes and got confused. He was left standing here alone. His mom and sister were suddenly disappeared by this entity. Then suddenly from behind, Ramona brought her lighter. Ramona and Taylor both together start looking for Ramona's daughter. In doing so, Ramona goes into a room, which room was showing her her past.